So yeah, some people don't even realize that in a house fire, you lose those things. And I guess this first video, there's only going to be a couple of things I just want to put out, probably because I'm not too good at it. I'm not too good at being civilianized. I still want to be Sergeant Jones.
It might be a little bit loud for a moment.
Yep. I still want to be Sergeant Jones, and I'm not Sergeant Jones. So, what do? I follow the law. Whatever I have to do. You know? And I be true and honest to myself. I've taught my kids that. That's why when you go look at their statement, my children, they told the truth. Because they were also raised in the Army. They understand about standing up. Because I told them, of course after this happened, I told them with a caveat to that. In fact, that if you are going to do the crime, you best look up and see what the time is before you agree that if you're going to do the crime, you best be prepared to do the time. Well, I didn't do the crime. And even with the cultivation, I wasn't committing a crime. I heard when everybody knows when the governor signed that law, I heard it. Hey, shoot. I'm gonna check out this thing now for good. I ain't gonna buy any. I don't know nobody. I ain't gonna trust nobody either. I'm gonna grow my own. Yes, I should have read the law in depth, and I should have got the permits. So sue me for improper permits. But we're still getting off track. Because if it goes to trial, I'm not even defending cultivation that way. Nope. It goes to trial. I didn't need the citizens to rise up and contact the courthouse and tell anybody that anything was being done wrong. Because the citizens, the great citizens of this state, have already said how they feel about veterans. That's why they passed those laws. The people of this state have already passed laws that can be used for veterans. Veterans just like me, who served with honor and distinction 22 years, gets out. Never been in trouble with the law. Don't intend to. Have no reason to. Have no reason to. I worked my butt off to get that sanctuary out there that at the time was the only thing that was good for my PTSD, period. And I lost it. Not because of drugs, not because of gambling, not because of any addiction or mismanagement of funds. I lost that place that I worked my butt off to get because somebody tried to frame me for a crime I didn't commit, in which all the evidence, I don't care how you look at it, look, not only am I telling you that I'm innocent, but I've got what the justice system says that they want, physical evidence saying the same thing. And you won't even look at the physical evidence. And then you want to wait 2 years. 2 years. It's been 3 years now to drop the arson. Because I'm not fighting cultivation. Because the people of this state have already voted too on that. People of this state have already voted that it's medicine and we're going to allow medical marijuana. If Oklahoma would have had medical marijuana just like other states in this country, I probably wouldn't have ended up thoughts of suicide on the 8th floor in the VA hospital like a zombie with the drugs that they were pumping into me. Period. I got 92 credit hours as a science major. I know how to conduct a science experiment. And you can say whatever you want to. The fact is that the great people of this state already passed laws that are enacted to help veterans like me. When you destroy a veteran's life, are they going to give me back my motorcycle? Are they going to give me back my property? Are they going to give me back my honor and distinction, my name, my character, after they put it out on the radio that I committed the crime and then didn't do anything about it for 2 years when they knew 2 years ago? Nothing's changed. The same evidence that my lawyer went in there 2 years ago and presented to the district attorneys is the same evidence you have today. And yet, 3 years now you want to drop it. And I get so upset and angry at the simple fact that the person who had means and motive. Do you know what motive is? Is that still part of the investigative process? The person who had means and motive just so happens the other suspect, when I started digging into his record, then all I wanted was to be treated fair and equal. Fair and equal under the law. That's all I wanted then. Deferred after deferred after deferred. With no probation. Usually with a small fine or whatever, and then he wouldn't pay that. And then there'd be a warrant put out on for his arrest. And then he'd get picked up for something else. And then he'd get another deferred with no probation. Up until this last time when he was released under his own recognizances. And I got put in that concrete cell again, degraded, stripped down, naked. Put in that concrete cell. Because my bail or bond, whatever, went over the time limit and he turned it back in. It wouldn't have went over the time limit if some people would have did the right thing, the human decent thing to do. Oklahoma citizens have already passed and given the tools to their representatives that they wanted enacted. Not one of those laws that are written by we the people of the state of Oklahoma, not one of them was used in my case, on any case involving me. And all I did was serve this country for 22 years. And now, yes, I get upset. I get upset whenever I see unfair and unequal treatment of any citizen, period. But if something don't happen soon, I'm gonna clamp down. I'm gonna shut down. And we're going to trial. I don't care what you offer. Because I'm sorry, that's how I was raised. If you don't see that by now, you're blind. You're blind. Because I will go to trial. Because believe it or not, there's some people in this world who believe that a piece of paper is worth going and fighting for and dying for. Especially when you ain't got nothing else to lose. And when you ain't got nothing else to lose, then you ain't got nothing else to lose. I still have things that I believe so strongly in that I'm willing to die for. You? Is there one thing that you're willing to die for? If there's one reason, and if I come up with only one reason, not that I served, not that I went over there and almost got killed, I don't know how many times. Nope. If there's one reason, and one reason only, why I will appeal to the citizens of this state that I feel like I deserve at least one of those laws that y'all enacted to be used for me after destroying my life and then just, dropping the cultivation for me. One reason why I feel like I deserve that, and that is because you will never know what it's like to sit there at the dinner table and have your kids talk about a great weekend that you had, and they turn to you and they say, remember that, Dad? Wasn't it fun? And when you have to look your kid in the eye because you got blown up too many times going over there, and you have to say, no, son, I'm sorry. I don't remember it. That will be the only reason, if I ever came up with a reason that I think I deserve anything, it would be that reason right there. Just one little thing I think I would, it's for that. So if something don't happen soon, I'm just going to clamp down and we're going to trial. Because believe it or not, I'm still willing to fight and die for the belief in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Because when you've already lost memories that you can't get back of time with your family, what else is there? What else is there? So that would be the one reason, and that's what this video is about. That's the only reason why I think I deserve any goddamn thing. Not just because I joined, not just because I've got a combat action badge. You don't get a combat action badge just for going over there, people. I never asked for special treatment. Everything that I ever asked for was already provided by the people of this state. It was already enacted into laws. And they did that to give their representatives the power to enforce how they felt. The citizens of the state, they care about veterans. And it's apparent in the laws that they passed for veterans to include recent medical marijuana. The fact that the district attorney doesn't use those laws, the fact that the district attorney's office, that the justice system of this county does not use those laws, shows only one thing: that they don't care for veterans like the citizens of this state do. That they feel that a meth dealer is more deserving than a veteran who's lost all that. I'm going to trial on that. I'm going to trial on that. And I'll clamp down and it'll be through. I don't care if I lose. I don't care if I lose. You don't understand. It's not about what happens to me. It's the principle. I will fight tooth and nail for the principle of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I'm sorry. That other world that I come from, they made me that way. Go bitch at them. You can call it stubbornness, you can call it hard-headedness. Don't matter. You can do whatever you want to. Just go pull my doctor. He'll tell you, I'm not crazy. Far from it. Far from it. You can't be crazy and survive over there for a year living on their base. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy, and I'm not homicidal. And I respect law. And I respect law and order. I don't have to mention the fact that I'm transitioning. I think the district attorneys up there realize that. But now add that on there. Yep. Those people up there may not have ever known that I served this country with honor and distinction, that I stood high with my head up, my chest out, and faced danger. They probably never know that. I know that. And when you strip me naked and you march me out there like that, it's degrading. It's degrading. So something's got to come up soon because I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. And I will clamp down, and right before I do, I'll make sure that I go talk to my psychiatrist, because he's the only person that gives it to me straight, usually. In fact, he's the one that'll tell you straight up. He don't see how I made it. He don't see how I made it. I guess y'all don't know the whole story. Maybe y'all don't. Maybe y'all ain't seen my video. But everything was taken from me that I worked hard to get. And I'm pretty sure that that intent was not the intent of the great people of this state. Period. Because I've seen the laws that the people of this state have passed. It shows. I didn't need them to call the governor. I didn't need them to call the courthouse. They've already spoken with the laws that they've given the people they put in power. The authority that they've given them to use for people like me. With good character. With outstanding morals. With belief in mom, grandma, and apple pie. And who doesn't even just say it, but has been over there and stood it. I've said it before, when bullets start flying, what are you going to do? Are you going to stand your ground, or are you going to turn and run? Some of y'all may never find out. Thank God. You know why? Because I went over there for you. And these videos ain't even going to be 30 minutes long. So I know that my lawyer can watch a 30-minute video, which is probably what, I don't know how much you make an hour. I'm going to try to keep them 30 minutes. But I think the first one, this one, should be enough. Any decent human being could see that. So the boxing gloves are off. I've told myself, when I was sitting there in that concrete cell, naked, stripped, I was telling myself, it's not combat, it's not combat, it's not combat. It's not war. It's almost goddamn war. Excuse me for my language. But like I said, I grew up in a different world. And I'm not Sergeant Jones no more. I understand that. But sometimes you can take the soldier out of the fight. You can't take the fight out of the soldier. Even if they're transitioning. I give a damn. And if you don't think I'm willing to go to jail for something I believe that strongly in, then you don't know what it's like to go over there and fight and almost die for something you believe in. So that's where I'm at. With the only reason why I would think that I would deserve one use of one of those laws for the cultivation, especially now, since they've passed the medical marijuana. I never have an addiction problem. I lost everything, not to addiction, not to mismanagement of funds, but because I was set up. And because somebody didn't want to do the right, decent human thing to do when they found out and drop it. So that me and my family could pick up and move on. Are they going to put me back? Are they going to give me back my land? Are they going to give me back my motorcycle? Are they going to give me back my name, my honor, my character, my reputation? Are they going to give me all that stuff back? No. So, I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying when I said I was conducting an experiment in accordance, well, not in accordance with the law. But because of a law that I heard, I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. And the simple fact that that office up there hasn't tried to use one of those laws that the citizens has presented, that should say a lot. That should say a lot. But if something ain't done soon, because I've got to get this past me, or it's going to drive me crazy. Because I can't sit and think another 2 years on probation how messed up it is and how ticked off I will get for the simple fact that my life was ruined. And the people of this state gave the tools necessary to just let it go without breaking the law, without doing anything wrong, by staying within the law. Just let it go. They've already given those tools out. And so, that's it. So I don't know how much longer I can stay this mad. Especially now. 2 days naked in a goddamn concrete cell. If I would have got captured over there in Iraq, they wouldn't have treated me like that. No, sir. They wouldn't have treated me like that. That's why it's hard for me to believe in it. That's why it ticks me off. You have no idea because you've never been there. So, anyway, that's what I'm going to trial on. I'm not going to trial whether or not I was cultivating. And I don't care if I win or lose. I'm just going to put it out there that these people right here did not use the tools that y'all gave them to use. Look at my character. Look at my record. If anybody deserved it, it'd have been me. Because I'm the one that sat at that table and looked my kids in the eye and said, no, sir.